James Twin for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game is missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so let's take a break from the turkey sphere for a bit because there are things going on in boxing that don't pertain to Saudi Arabia. And actually, right here on home soil, just to get my thoughts on this because there was big controversy about the Lamont Roach Tank fight. A lot of people, myself included, I raised two hands and two knees included because I really feel as though Lamont Roach put hands all over Tank Davis. Even with or without the knockdown, it should be inconsequential. I thought he beat Tank. He put on a clinic. And, I thought he should have won. At the minimum, I just thought he was the better man. I thought he should have won. So there was hope, a little hope. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hope. But there was a little hope that the New York State Athletic Commission would turn the fight over into a Lamont Roach decision. Now, obviously, I didn't think it was going to happen because when was the last time, boxing overturned a decision from a draw or a loss into a victory? It doesn't happen. It's about as rare as Haley's Comet in boxing. So I didn't think it would happen, but now it's official. It's not going to change. The New York State Athletic Commission has came out and ruled that the Lamont Roach Tank fight will remain as it is, as a draw, as a straight draw. So with that being said, what do I make of it? First of all, I think it's unfair to Lamont Roach because he got screwed like multiple times. He got screwed because the referee didn't call a knockdown. He got screwed because Tank was able to go to the corner and wipe his face, which is against the rules, should have been a disqualification. And then he got screwed on the cards by the three blind mice ringside not knowing how to score fights and knowing boxing. So, it is what it is. The positives in it is that people now know how good Lamont Roach is. I mean, I've been watching Lamont Roach for years in boxing, and I knew he was good, but I think he's shown that he could fight on that level. And so now there's going to be higher expectations for Lamont Roach going into the rematch, and that's going to make the rematch a lot more interesting from his side of things because now people aren't going to overlook him, right? And so now I actually think, because I don't want to be doom and gloom. I feel like I've been a little doom and gloom with all this Saudi stuff and Dana White and TKO boxing and all that stuff. I don't want to be that way. So I'm going to take the optimistic approach. I actually think this is actually one of the best. This is probably one of the best things that could have happened for boxing in America for sure, because we're not getting a lot of fights because most of them are going to Saudi these days. And I actually think Lamont Roach or Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach in the rematch is going to be one of the biggest fights in boxing. What did Floyd Mayweather? What did we learn from Floyd Mayweather all those years ago when he was at the top of boxing? He said it on 24/7 one time. He said, "People want controversy. Controversy sells, and this fight's just chock full of controversy." From the knee to the decision to him wiping his face to now the commission getting it wrong to the commission not having proper replay on fight night. I mean, this fight's just littered with controversy, and the history of boxing tells us that controversy always makes rematches bigger. So that will be no different here. Lamont Roach has emerged as a legitimate name and a potential star of the sport if he goes in there and wins again, or if he beats Tank on paper this time. Tank now has to fight for his legacy and his reputation and his credibility because now all the people that thought he was a fraud all these years have reason to believe that he was a fraud because, truth be told, he performed like one on the night. And I like Tank. I'm a big fan of his. He's one of my favorite fighters, but he did not perform up to the level that he should be. It was a layup for him to win the fight, and he didn't win. So with that being said, he's got a lot to prove. And so we're expecting a much better Gervonta Davis because he's fighting for something bigger than a belt, something bigger than money. He's fighting for respect, and when a man is fighting for his pride and his respect, that's when you could expect the best of a man in life. So I do think, I'm not gonna say it's the biggest fight in boxing, but I would definitely say, much to all of our surprises, because of how this fight played out in the aftermath of it all, I think Tank versus Lamont Roach, the rematch, is gonna be one of the top 3 biggest fights of whenever it does happen. I don't want to say 2025 because it may not happen in 2025, but if it does happen, I'll say it's one of the top 3 biggest fights that can happen in boxing right now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I hope they do it in D.C. It's going to be very interesting from a stylistic standpoint because you have Tank, right? You have Gervonta Davis, who did not really he might have buckled Lamont Roach once or buzzed him once in the fight, but you know Lamont Roach was getting the better of the exchanges. So we're going into the rematch with Lamont Roach now, knowing he could hurt Tank, he could put Tank on the back foot, and Tank did not do that to him in the first fight. So the psychology of the fight is really interesting to me when I really break it down from both sides. You know, Lamont Roach has a clear advantage in the pocket. He's clearly the better fighter in the pocket. Tank is better from. Tank is better from the mid-range, and they're about dead even when it comes to being on the outside. So, you know, I think Tank's biggest advantage in their going into 3 matches is feet. I think Tank needs to get Lamont Roach to come to him, but not stay in the pocket too long. He needs to get Lamont Roach to overcommit on shots and not stay in the pocket too long with him. But that's easier said than done because Lamont knows Tank, and Lamont showed a very, very high level of boxing IQ, and he was able to wait Tank out and get him to fight at the range he wanted to fight, and that favored him. So there's a lot of really good things that were going on in that fight, strategy-wise, high level-wise, and I just think that these things will be at an even higher level in the rematch. So I think it's not only one of the biggest fights in boxing in terms of like commercial value because of the controversy and how good the first fight was, but also from a boxing just X's and O's standpoint, it's a really interesting fight because of what both fighters know about each other at this stage from the amateurs, and now that they share the ring as adults going into the rematch. So I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. It's par for the course of boxing. These commissions do not get things right when it comes to overruling decisions or changing decisions that are clearly wrong, and this one was clearly wrong. They clearly missed a knockdown. They clearly missed Tank wiping his face off in the corner, which should have been a DQ, and then they even fucked up the scorecards. So, you know, listen, I used to get mad about these things, but time, age, wisdom, and experience gives you perspective, and you don't get mad like I don't get mad like I did like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5. I expected this. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about New York Commission's ruling? What do you guys think about the rematch? How big do you think it'll be? Who are you favoring? Let me know all that in the comments down below, and make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.